purpose of deferred status in the defect life cycle?
Okay, so after we raise a bug, then it will be assigned to a developer, respective developer. So there he has options like if he doesn't, if he doesn't, if he not able to reproduce that bug, so he will mark it as non-reproducible. And if he thinks that this bug is not valid, he can mark the bug as invalid. He can reject the bug. And if he thinks that this bug is not that, not that priority bug, it can be fixed in the upcoming sprints. For that release, it is not important, but if it can be fixed in the upcoming release, then he can mark it as deferred defect. And if the bug is raised by someone else, and I'm raising the bug once again, then he can mark it as duplicate. So,
right. Yeah, great. So you covered deferred, but along with that, you covered a lot of other good points around defect summary report, which is absolutely fine, because whatever you covered as part of the status in the defect lifecycle is absolutely correct. So yes, defect are deferred if, say, for example, they are not very critical and can be taken up in the later releases, they can defer it. And many teams give the say to developers themselves that you can defer the defect if you think so, but many places in the actual projects, if the project is very critical and business people say, for example, product owner wants to have a look at the defects before they are deferred, so they can be the key person to make sure which defects get deferred. Okay, so developers can discuss with product owner, and some places developers have their rights to, if product owner has said you can decide based on your understanding, they can. So actually at the ground level, things work a bit differently. So it's not always the bookish understanding as we get, right? So it could be either ways, but your answer in terms of deferred defects is absolutely correct. Who does it, when does it, you will get to know once you are, like in the industry, it varies as per the project. Okay, what is system testing, and when should you start system testing?
So system testing is like it is an end-to-end testing. So after we are done with the component testing and integration testing, so at the end we go for system testing. We need to make sure that the whole functionality of an application, starting from the beginning to the end, it should work as per the requirement. We need to make sure that, and the environment, it should be similar to the production environment that we need to take care of. So this is how system testing is done.
Right. Yeah. Cool. So you mentioned the environment should be similar to the production.
Yes.
That's correct. If your system is sort of, it's mostly correct. When the system is, say, for example, you are developing a system which in itself doesn't provide or just out of the box, that system is not a standalone system. In that case, that will be integrated to other systems, right? So that will be system integration testing, and that's where SIT. So ST and SIT go hand in hand, basically. So first system testing is done, then SIT is done, and SIT is mostly where it should be very close to production environment, right? So if your system is a standalone system, yes, your answer is absolutely correct, that the environment of system testing has to be very close to the production.
Close to those.
And if it is, sort of something which is integrated with other systems, then SIT is your more of a final sort of application. Then that SIT environment should be very close to the production. Okay, that's great. What is join in SQL?
Join we use whenever we want to retrieve the data from two or more tables. Like for example, if a table A contains the name, first name and last name, and the roll number, and the second table contains a roll number and the marks in two subjects, right? So if you want to retrieve data, first name, last name, and the marks in that subject along with the roll number, So we have to combine the both table by join functionality of join.
Right. So based on something common between those
Common,
tables,
yes.
right?
It has to be something common, yes.
Yeah. So what was common in the example that you took?
Roll number.
Roll number. Yes, absolutely. So you have written some of the queries, SQL queries already?
Yes, actually, I
that?
practiced in Hacker Rank.
Oh,
I have
great.
2-star profile.
Great. Yes. So absolutely correct. Yeah. And you are aware of different types of joins? Can you name few?
Yes. Yeah. So there are 4 types of joins, like inner join, left join. I mean, they're basically outer join, left outer join, right outer join, and full join. In
Right.
inner join, you will get the common data, and the left join means the common data along with the left side portion you will get. And the right side, it will be showing as null. I mean, after the common part. And the full
Right.
join, you will get the whole data.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as per the types of joins, absolutely correct. And I won't go into too much detail of these join queries, because this is more of a basic level. But yeah, your answer is absolutely correct. In terms of join, you are aware, you have practiced that you search based on something common, and there are multiple ways. This is very widely used in software testing. If you know how to use joins, how to write queries, you will be really good tester. So keep practicing, and it will be really helpful in your overall career. Okay.